So you can see I've got my badminton racket here. I'm obviously wearing my badminton outfit, and we're going to talk today here on the channel about something I see a hell of a lot. If not, I don't think I've ever seen anyone with too much of what I'm about to talk about. We're going to use the racket as an example of a lack of what I would call arm swing or arm speed in people's golf swings. I spend a lot of time with people, as I say, I don't think I've ever seen anyone who have got very slow arm swing. Now what I mean by an arm swing is basically if I make a good backswing, we've talked about this in previous videos, and let's say we're at sort of 10 o'clock as you look at me there, it's how they move their arm from here, or arms from here to, let's say, 7 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock. So this movement here, now you can see when I'm making that movement, I've isolated everything else. I'm not moving my left shoulder blade, I'm not moving any of my bottom half as we know we should, but what I spend my life with, and I was taught to do this, which is bad, I spend my life with a lot of people that will get to the top and they'll spin that left shoulder out the way and they'll try and hit the ball hard, lean back a little bit and help it up in the air. And can you see how now suddenly the racket is now stuck behind me? So I've got no real release. If I do release it with my club, with my shoulders open to the left here, as you can see, so if I go to the top here and we spin with the shoulders here, can you see how my racket is left behind? Now, if you're a good player, you tend to not get too out of it and you get a little bit sharp. But again, you get a little bit too inside here. Sometimes you hear people saying, he's stuck, he's underneath here. And we saw Tiger back in the day when he was really struggling, used to get the club trapped and underneath too much here. But in essence, guess what? We're not hitting it enough here. If he stayed there and the racket or this arm swing was quick enough, so if he was here and this arm swing was quick enough and we got the club from, or the arm, let's say right arm, left arm from 10 to let's say 6, 7 here, it would match up. All we're trying to do in every good golf swing, and we all want it, whether I use my racket or a 7-iron here, is in a dream world, I want, let's say, the zip on my top here to match up with my hands at impact. Now we can't match them up by keeping it dead in front of ourselves, because that can't work, because we're not built like that. If we were kind of out here, possibly we could make that work, but it doesn't work in the real world. So what we need to do is, obviously the chest is going to turn in the backswing and the arms are going to be wider. Now on the way down we want the club, i.e. butt of the club or the hands here, to work quicker than our shoulder. Now if this is the centre of the, let's say, clock face, as I get to here, pretty much everyone I teach either moves it left too quickly or open too quickly. No one really moves their arms, as I say, down without this bit moving. Now I'm not saying it's physically possible to do that, you can with no speed, but as soon as that kind of fulcrum point or centre's gone, as we've just seen there with the racket, we can't create any speed. So if I was to stand there with the badminton racket now, and I swing back, and let's say I don't move my chest, I can create a lot of speed, as you can hear, with just my hands and arms. Not using my wrist in the early position, so it's not what we would call casting or throwing. We're keeping that angle and we're just moving the arm. There's the speed. Now if I blend it even quicker, now as soon as I go, no matter how quickly I try and move that position, so again, no chest, you can almost see the club would over-release and I'd hit it left. Nicely matched up, over quick with the shoulders, and no matter how much I try and square that up with my chest, no matter how fast I do it, the sequence is always outrun. The top half has always outrun the hands and arms. Now in the pure sense, as we know, we want this to be stable. This would help that by moving, that's in video, a different video, and we want the arms to rock down. So if you think about what do you do in your golf swing, I would almost lay my life that 99% of you are too quick with your top half to open, to face the target, and you can see how it basically just leaves the racket or the club face open. So if we get the arms to do more, they can match up with the body. It's a really simple concept. Speed, no speed, because it's a multiplication of chest, arms, and club. Now, wrist and racket on club. I hope that makes sense. It's nice and simple. The more we create that, the less of that, the further and straighter you'll hit the golf ball. Please like, please subscribe, it will massively help. Thank you.